Hello guys, my name is Balkrishna Srivastava and welcome to Code with PK. So in this video, we write a Python program to check if a string is a palindrome or not. And this question is also listed in the list of suggested practical Python programs for CBSE Class 11, Class 12 Computer Science students. So before we begin, it is a request to please subscribe to my channel, because out of 100 viewers, only 2 to 3 are subscribed. More than 95% of my audience is not subscribed, and a subscription is very important. So please do subscribe to my channel. Also, I teach coding in Hindi as well on a separate Code with BK Hindi channel. So if you are better comfortable with Hindi, I teach a lot of coding there as well. If you get a chance to take a look at that channel, please let me know your reviews. And also, all these questions are already solved in Hindi on my Code with BK Hindi channel. So you may take a look and please let me know your thoughts about it. Okay. So we have to check if a string is a palindrome or not. Very standard question. Okay. So what is a palindrome? Suppose if we have a string s equal to MADAM. A palindrome is a string that reads the same left to right and right to left. Okay. So madam from left to right reads the same. Madam from right to left reads the same. So this is a palindrome. Okay. Alright, if I have another example, for example, hello, it reads hello from left to right, from right to left. Okay, this reads OLLEH. Okay, these two are not the same, so this is not a palindrome. This was reading the same from right to left as well. Okay, and that is what we need to check. If the string is a palindrome, we print it's a palindrome. If it is not, we print it's not a palindrome. Okay, now we take 3 approaches, and approaches are very similar. The idea of solving a problem in 3 separate approaches is so that you can look at the problem in multiple ways. Okay, so the very first is find the reverse of the string. Okay, if the reverse of the string is the same as the original string, okay, spells the same, it means it is a palindrome. Okay, and the next approach will be using loops that I will explain, and the final will be recursion. Since we can solve a problem iteratively, we can solve it recursively as well. Okay, so your first is finding the reverse of the string. How do you find a reverse? You can use loops as well. Okay, but in Python we have something very convenient called slicing. Okay, all right. So slicing basically, for example, if you have say string code, if you want to get the first 2 characters, okay, so it says starts from 0, okay, go till index 2, okay, that is not include the second index, okay, and return me the string. So if this is in variable s, you can do s of 0 to get CO. Okay, and this is a very brief introduction on what a slicing is. If you want to know about slicing in detail, please let me know in the comments. If there is a video already uploaded on slicing, you can find the link of the video in the description. Okay, so we find the reverse of the string using slicing, and we check if it is equal to the original string s. We return true. For it, it means it is a palindrome, otherwise we return false. So going back, okay, all these functions return a boolean type, returning true if the string is a palindrome, returning false otherwise. Okay, so first find the reverse of the string. So we use s reverse is going to be variable : -1. Okay, and we return true if s reverse is equal to the original string s. Okay, all right. So your first function to check for palindrome using the reverse of string is done. In testing, I've taken a few strings. Okay, this madam and this race car are palindromes. Okay, they spell the same left to right and right to left, and I iterate this list. If it is a palindrome, I print it is a palindrome, otherwise it is not a palindrome. Okay, so let me run this. So this is the code, right? So Python 3 palindrome string dot py. Hello is not a palindrome, madam is a palindrome, code is not a palindrome, read is a palindrome, Python is not a palindrome. Okay, all right. You can add more cases here, okay, and you can check the way you want it to. Okay, all right. So my first approach is done. My second approach is using loops. Now what I mean by this, I don't have to calculate reverse. I can do it in one single iteration of a loop. How? I want to say if this string is a palindrome, okay, then the first half is equal to right half reversed. That is, the character at the first index from the left is the same as the character at first index from the right. Character at second index from the left is the same as the character at second index from the right. Character at third index from the left is the same as character at third index from the right. Okay, so this is same, first character from left right. This is same, first character from second character from left and right. Okay, so what we can do is, if I want to check, if I want to check this as palindrome, I iterate till the first half. Okay, I take a for loop, I iterate the first half, I pick up the ith character. So if I iterate till the first half, I takes values. If this string has indices 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, I takes value 0 1 2. Okay, I takes value 0 1 2. So ith character from left should be equal to ith character from right. So first character, which is the character index 0, is equal to character at index 6. Okay, then we move on to the next index. Character at index 1 is equal to character at index 5, second index from the right. Okay, similarly for index 2 and index 4. Okay, so this is going to be ith index, and this is going to be L minus I minus 1, where L is the length of string. Okay, so you have to compare indices for 0 1 2. For L is going to be 3 3 6 6 7, right? So L is going to be 7. L minus I minus 1 is going to be 7 minus 0 minus 1 is 6, so we compare 1 and 0 and 6. 7 minus 1 minus 1 is going to be 5, so we compare 1 and 5. 7 minus 1 minus 2 is going to be 4, so we compare 2 and 4. Okay, so if this is the case, if the first half is equal to the reverse of the second half, okay, mirror image of the second half, that is ith character from the left is equal to ith character from the right for the first half of the string, it means it is a palindrome. Okay, all right. So okay, for I in range, okay, we calculate the length as len of s. Okay, and we go till L by 2. Okay, so this double slash is integer division, because if I do L by 2, this will be a float value, right? And you cannot have a float value in the range. Okay, so this is integer division, because in this case you see length was 7 by 2 is 3. Okay, we do integer division. If it is even, for example, if I have a string a b b a, okay, so this is also a palindrome, and this has length 6, so this is an even length string. Okay, all right, get the ith character from the left, which we saw was at index I, so we say ch left is s of I, and similarly get the ith character from the right, which is going to be ch right, okay, is going to be s of L minus I minus 1. Okay, if these are not equal, okay, they all have to be equal for all values of I in order for this string to be a palindrome. If for any index they are not equal, it means ith character from left was not equal to ith character from right. For some value of I, we return false. Okay, so if ch left is not equal to ch right, okay, return false. Okay, and eventually return true, because for no value of I this condition was true. It means all the characters, ith characters from the left, were equal to ith characters from the right for the first half of the string. Okay, so you can replace palindrome 1 by palindrome 2. Okay, we should get the same output. Okay, we are using this palindrome 2, right? Okay, clear. Okay, hello is not a palindrome, madam is a palindrome, code is not, race car is a palindrome, Python is not a palindrome when we are testing for palindrome 2 as well. Okay, so this is your approach to using loops. Let's move to our final approach, where we use recursion. Okay, so in this case we just replicate this process recursively. That is, we do the same check that ith character from left should be equal to ith character from right. Okay, so in recursion we need first a base case where the recursion stops, and then recursive case. Okay, so converting this loop into recursion is, your base case is where the recursion stops, that is where your processing stops, which was at L by 2. Okay, so if I pass the value I, the ith index that I'm passing, so if I equal to length by 2, okay, we return. Okay, for the recursive case, compare ith char from left and right, okay, the way we are doing here. Okay, and then recur. Okay, so if I calculate L as len of s, okay, my stopping condition is if and I have to pass I as well, which is an int. Okay, so if I equal to L by 2, okay, we return true. Okay, that there were all the cases for which we were comparing ith character from the left with the right were equal. Now this is the base case. The recursive case would be you get ith character from left, okay, you get ith character from right, okay, and if these are not equal, okay, you return false. Okay, otherwise you return palindrome 3. Okay, and since you already have checked for this index, you move on to the next index, so you do I plus 1. Okay, right, just taking the iterative process, changing into a recursive process. Okay, now testing this in the main, we change it to palindrome 3, and also we'll have to pass the first index, which is 0. Okay, you can take another function, okay, that calls this function and passes string and the index, okay, but that is an extra step. You can do that yourself as well. Okay, all right, so this should not give me the same output. Okay, so okay, hello is not, madam is palindrome, code is not, vice class is palindrome, path is not. Okay, and this was your solution to check if a string is a palindrome or not in Python. Okay, this is the most simplest one. You can remember this as it is. Okay, and the others were just to see how you approach a problem in multiple ways. Okay, so I hope you like this video and this was helpful. So if there's any doubt, there's a part you don't understand, please let me know in the comments. I always try to answer all your comments, and you can also let me know in the comments if there's a question you want to solve or if the concept you want to discuss. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.